Hello pen friends, this is Tom with Goldspot Pens, here with another live unboxing. Today we have a new writing instrument from SCRIBO. SCRIBO is an Italian-based manufacturer that is actually comprised of former employees of Omas, which had dissolved back in 2016. The SCRIBO Feel, which is the model that we have here, is one of their first international offerings. They've been doing some work for other pen makers to create pens that are exclusive to certain retailers or whatnot, but this SCRIBO Feel is their first offering, in which we have done a video previously on the SCRIBO Feel, but this is the two new colors that we have that are at goldspot.com currently, but they are not yet on the website because Josh is still photographing them. And Josh is sitting like 5 feet away from me, so he knows this is on his list of things to do. It's actually, I kind of stole this away from him, so I really shouldn't be taking too long in showing this to you, because then it's going to take away from his time spent with the pens. So took off the cardboard sleeve. I have the SCRIBO box here. It says "Feel the Writing," and that's kind of like the underlying theme to all of their products here. We have a pamphlet, which is kind of like a kingdom decree. It kind of folds out to an accordion here. So it has the welcome letter, and then a user manual that's in Italian and in English as well. Very nice. And it's got this as the kind of the icon of SCRIBO. The SCRIBO is short for Scrittura Bolognese. So it's you're talking, this is from Bologna, and it's Scrittura is writing. So this is all, you know, kind of done in that spirit where we're talking about classic penmanship. And you have the information here, and it's done in a very nice, like, sturdy cardstock with, like, this is all debossed here, so it feels very significant. So you open up it's kind of like a paper type cardboard box. It's magnetically sealed, so I go around like this, it kind of snaps shut again. And on the inside here, we have a canvas and leather pen wrap. And we'll put this to the side, just take a look at what's at the bottom of this here. And this is a warranty card. So you could fill this out, I suppose, and whatnot, but they do guarantee these guys. I believe for, just double check here, international guarantee. It's probably in English over here. So you have international guarantee, manufacturer, 36 months from date of purchase. So that's 3 years. You know, your standard, pretty standard for a high quality sort of writing instrument. Some, of course, would say, oh, well, it should be lifetime, but rarely do you see lifetime anymore. So it's a great thing when you do see it. So this is a canvas type pouch, and it also has a leather panel here that houses a polishing cloth. A little polishing cloth in a baggie. It says SCRIBO Feel the Writing on here. I'll put this back. I'm just struggling with that here. So you have the pen, and this, if you notice, is a 2-pen case. I'll pop this out here. So this is the new SCRIBO Feel. This is the Verde Bosco. Bosco, not unlike the type of chocolate syrup that you would put to make chocolate milk, or to put on your ice cream sundae, I suppose. But this Verde Bosco, or Bosco maybe, I think it's probably Bosco. There's no short O's in the Italian language, or in pronouncing the O, I think it's all long O sounds. But this has got a faceted yet contoured barrel, which you could see as it's turning in the light. It's nicely bouncing that light off of the chatoyant dark green acrylic resin. And yeah, that's the finial, which has the SCRIBO feather, the trademark there. You have SCRIBO is on the cap band, and it says feel the writing. Cap unscrews, a couple of turns there, and we have, this is the Feel the Flex, which is a 14 karat gold flexible nib. So very similar, if not the same, as the Omas extra flessibile nib. So SCRIBO had taken some investment and quite a bit of time into obtaining the tooling from bulk to be able to produce these nibs again, because the tooling was originally owned by Omas. Omas went under, bankrupted company, but SCRIBO, from the ashes of Omas, wanted to focus in on the parts that were the most beloved by writing enthusiasts, which happened to be focused on the nib and a piston filling mechanism. So this guy is also a piston filler as well. So we will get to inking and writing with this SCRIBO Feel, but I just wanted to show you the other color. So this is the Verde Prato, which is the lighter green, kind of like an olive green color resin. And it has ruthenium trims, which is kind of like the black, the darker black type of plated material. Like it's not, doesn't look stealthy black. It's not like a matte black, but it definitely has a darker sort of tone to everything. It's similar to how they released the navy and they had the light blue, and the light blue had the ruthenium black trims on them, and the dark blue had the palladium, which this is what the Bosco is here. So you have the Bosco and then the Prato. So both very beautiful green colors. Certainly would impress one particular fountain pen infected person that likes green pens. I know that. But I know that also the size and the overall design of this pen is not necessarily the most, let's say, I don't know, aesthetically pleasing. But it is unique. You have to give them that. They went for a different approach entirely that was centered around really just basically this, the nib. And the fact that it's a piston filler. You can't post the cap on the back. It just won't go. Give you some measurements talking about this pen. The length closed is 5.875 inches, or 149.2 millimeters. It's a fairly long pen. Length open, 5.255 inches, or 133.5 millimeters. The maximum diameter, which is about like this ballooned part here, you're looking at 0.67 inches, or 17 millimeters. And the section diameter, by about that half mark, and it's not a very tapered section diameter, but is a long one. And the threads on here are not too sharp. They're just, So this section diameter here is 0.4375 inches, or 11.1 millimeters, and the overall weight is 1.29 ounces, 36.5 grams. So it's heavy. It's significant as far as your weight is concerned. Even with the cap, the fact that you can't post the cap, the pen still feels pretty solid in hand, and it does definitely fit the hand nicely. And you can see like how my fingers are holding this, and you see more of a definition with the facets on the barrel, but you would see a less pronounced definition. But there are facets on the grip. They're just less rigid. It's more for comfort. So it's great that there's a longer section. The section isn't thin, and it also has facets. So it's got a lot going for it in terms of being able to hold and to really feel this pen. I mean, kind of joking around saying feel, but to really the feel of this pen is quite nice. It's not like the best looker, I would say. I mean, I still love like talking about like a grooved or faceted type pen, this Ogiva, to me it's like one of my favorite pens that I continue to write with like on a frequent basis. And one of the things I love about it is the fact that it's got the facets on there, and when you hit it with the light, you could see that fluting that goes down from the cap to the barrel. But but this is beautiful too, and it really lets the acrylic show really nicely. Yeah, so which one do you like better? You like the dark one? The light one? Bosco over here on the right? Prato over here on the left? Yeah, let us know in the comments. Me, I would probably say I like the Bosco better. What about you?
I'm liking the Bosco.
Yeah, you like the Bosco? So, Josh says the Bosco, the right one here. So, you don't pay me just to fawn over the pens. I have to write with them too. So we're going to move everything here. Right, do we have... You know what? No, this is the... I'm going to go with the dark green. So I'm going to go with this guy here. And you know what? I have the Omas here because it's got the 14 karat extra flessibile nib. And I will do a direct comparison about that. We did kind of do this already in a more produced video, but I kind of figured it would be fun just to have an impromptu video to show off the new model. Like I said, Josh had it out, so I was like, you know what, it'd be fun to do a little bit of like some flex and stuff like that. I think you guys like that. So I have Robert Oster Marine, which is like a tealish sort of green. So with like, being that this is a piston filler, I'm just going to advance the piston all the way to the front by screwing counterclockwise. Then I'm going to put the, let's see if I could do this so that you could actually see something here. And without spilling the ink all over the place, of course. I'm going to suck up some ink here. So this will hold a fairly decent amount of ink. Let a few drops out. Now stop that there. Then I will get a little paper towel action. Just blot this guy off. And then we'll put the cap back on the ink. And just if anybody was curious, we have this Robert Oster inks are currently coming with a blotter card. That was something that Robert had sent to us from Australia that has his gold seal of approval and a little bit of a nice little scripty thing going on there. So it's a pretty cool little blotter card, nice little collector's item if you enjoy Robert Oster inks. And we have a limited batch, about a couple hundred of them. So if you order any Robert Oster ink, and today is June 20th, and we'll have them probably for the next like couple months, I would probably say. So you should order them on Goldspot, and you'll get a little extra little blotter card gift that goes with every Robert Oster ink. So we have this here. Now, let me just zoom up. You know, I'll just drop down. Let me drop down the camera a little bit. Okay. So I'm pretty trusting of SCRIBO to send a pen that works right out of the box, being that I'm filling it and just testing it out on video here. And this is the feel. So you can get another angle. It's a little bit better to see it this way. Oh, is it Mr. Roy wants to know the price. So the price on this guy is $760. However, that is a retail price. So we are stipulated by SCRIBO to sell it at a retail price that we can't show a discount. However, being that you are part of the fountain pen elite that watch our channel and subscribe and like our videos and check them out, you can certainly, contact us. I know this is something, we can't give out promo codes because I don't want to upset SCRIBO. We're very like, we're very fair with our manufacturers, but we want to be fair with our customers too. Just contact us. We'll give you discount consideration on these pens, because I know 760 is a lot. I mean, you are getting a lot out of it because you are essentially getting the Omas experience in a new pen. But it still is kind of a bit on the pricier side, and I have a budget just like anybody else, so I know, it's hard to justify dropping that much money on a beautiful fountain pen such as this. But in my opinion, if you can't get your hands on an Omas that's got a flexible nib, this is the closest thing that you could possibly get to it, and I could show you a direct comparison to kind of tell you to illustrate what I mean by that point. So just doing some swirlies. It really has a beautiful amount of responsiveness. It's soft. Like when you put the pressure on it, it responds right away, and then it comes back up and has that really nice snap back when you take the pressure off the nib as you're flexing with it. So, as promised, I will show you what the Omas looks like. Oh, and for the Omas I'll show you what ink is in here. I'll just write it down. So this is the Omas Extra Flessibile. Oh, and then also the point size in the 14 karat. It comes in extra fine or fine on our website. We do have the other. I think we also have medium but we don't have it, so we would have to order it. But this is a fine point Feel the Flex nib. This one is an extra fine, extra flessibile nib. So you can notice right away there's almost no difference in terms of the line thickness, especially looking at the unflexed line. It's very similar. I have in here a Sailor ink. If you know which one, just feel free to put it in the chat box and show off your ink detection skills. Say Gentle ink. Any guesses? Any guesses? Anybody? It's Irori. So just kind of